first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Jordan.
Quite simply, he's automatic at the line.
Boston off to a slow start. They trail by 3. There's the pass to Bird. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage.
Yeah,
this is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. Offensive rebound. And slam dunk by McHale.
A determined rebounder. McHale just outworks the opposition to
Oh,
come
no.
away
I
with the
took
second
it.
chance points.
Giannis not hurt. He didn't dunk the rest.
Here's
Giannis
Jordan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Kevin McHale. Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Throw good, Jordan. And both free throws good for Jordan.
And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Now, here is Bird. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. From deep three-point range. No good from Jordan. Celtics trail by 5. Ainge kicks to Johnson. The dish to Bird. Pass to Parrish. The second chance effort. Rebounded by Corzine. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Jordan. Second shot opportunity. And the Bulls get it back. And the Bulls with another miss.
He's out there just forcing it. Terrible mindset to have with the way he shot so far.
And the shot goes in.
What tenacity from Johnson. Able to absorb the hit and work through it.
The Bulls leading by 3. Jordan up top. He's guarded by Johnson. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
And a bit of a shooting slump here. I mean, he can't seem to get anything going.
As a coach, this is when you want to draw up something that gets him an easy look at the rim, or at least a chance to go to the line.
Celtics making a switch here. Ceasing's checked in. Then for the Bulls. Banks checked in for Gervin. And it's Paxson in for Kyle Mason. Ainge against Jordan. Paxson outside. Jordan up top. Ainge covering. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing, and he nails the jumper. Jordan's got 10 points in the game.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Passes to Seasting. Pass to Bird. Here's Ainge. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he was too open or something. He really should have hit that one. Not a bad look, just didn't fall.
Celtics trail by 5. Rebounded by Corzine. Corzine's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jordan wide open. Offline with his 3. Here is Seasting, and we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Bulls up by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round one matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Chicago leading by 5.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up and down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. Oakley is out there with Corzine. Then there's Paxson. Then it's Jordan. And it's Banks and at the 3. The small forward. Ainge against Jordan. Goes up again. Count it. He's got 12. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right. Now, here's McHale. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Jordan, high post. He's against McHale. Jordan down low. He's guarded by McHale. McHale with some nice D. And there's the pass to Bird. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
That was the 2K drop, as that move deserved another look.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. To the paint. They get it back. Here's Ainge. Tries it again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, whether he's in the lineup or coming off the bench, Ainge provides a nice scoring punch to your squad.
The Celtics shooting their second and third free throws tonight. No good on the free throw. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Gervin's checked in for Banks. Here's Jordan. They shoot again. Jordan can't get that one to fall.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And now let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. That's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, DA. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. Wow. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. Here's Jordan after the basket by Boston.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from McHale.
Good for about 1 per game. Ainge finds his open man easily there.
And Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Jordan. Corzine the pass to Jordan. Puts up a three. Jordan with another miss. And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
It's a solid observation.
And right now, I think he's ready for this quarter to be over.
I don't know if I've ever seen him this cold. Rough quarter indeed.
Ainge up top. A minute 42 left to play in the first half. Bird. Yep, great play there. Set up by Walton. Bird's got 4 points this quarter. And as we expected, Mike Fratello, this Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
Future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. Now, here is Bird. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. Here's McHale. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Fighting for the hoop. Kevin McHale, just pure desire.
Robert Parrish is checked in for Boston. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for McHale. 1:12 left in the first half. Michael Jordan on the wing. 15 points in the game. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
I'm gonna light this blunt.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series.
Yeah, I'm trying to score 63 with my nigga. Yeah, yeah, score 63, get 6 assists, and win the game. I think it's 6-minute quarters. Nigga, 100 pick and rolls. I don't want to do that. I want this shit to come.
Losing by 17 points in game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics vaunted front court. Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
You already know that's a lot.
And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right.
And there's our first hoop of the game. Nice shot.
A welcome sight for coach. Early success means a lot to your offense.
First team foul.
That shit look too good. I had to copy because I didn't
And
play
Jordan
Saturday,
with
so they
49
didn't
points the last game. Clark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
That's going to be the thing to watch.
Three-pointer,
no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Celtics. Pass to McHale.
I don't know. I think
It's Bird, top of the key. Ainge, the pass to Parrish. Over Corzine. A shot's good from Parrish.
Nothing like setting someone up. Feels better than making a shot. To me, at least.
And here is Macy. Michael Jordan on the wing.
Big time.
He's got that ball on a string. Jordan using his smooth handles to get that bucket.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent. Actually, too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all three will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Now Bird Following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. Oh, and the jam by Bird.
Bird throwing it down. He doesn't do that a lot, but he showed you right there. He can do it when he needs to.
Michael Jordan on the wing, covered by Johnson. Michael Jordan on the wing. Passes it to Oakley. 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the big question and my problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in game one. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Now here's Bird. Just 4 to shoot. Kicks to McHale. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here are the Bulls now. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws of the evening. Free throw good, Jordan. And both free throws good for Jordan.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
The pass to McHale. Out to Bird. Connects on the 17-footer. Bird's got his second bucket.
You know, when he's not beating you from the three or attacking the basket, Bird, very reliable from the mid-range.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game one. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
Now here's Jordan. He has 6. And now for some info on this matchup, let's go across the court to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, there are unique differences between these teams, of course. Boston has a huge size advantage, but they like to get on a run. Chicago is a quicker team, but they like to slow it down and set things up. Another unique aspect of the matchup, the Celtics may be bigger, but during the regular season, it was the Bulls who had the offensive rebounding edge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Certainly Bulls rookie Charles Oakley, Mike, has something to do with their stellar work on the rebounding.
A strong finish for the 9th pick in the draft. Oakley came from Virginia Union. Now a year later, he's playing in Boston in the NBA playoffs.
He's got presence, though, doesn't he, Mike, on the floor?
And he can back it up with that body.
And it's Parrish missing.
And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Now, here's Jordan. Following the miss by Robert Parrish. Got a piece of it. Ames, the pass to Johnson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jordan outside. Pass to Macy. Back to Jordan. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Jordan's got 10 points.
Smooth as silk. MJ with one of the best pull-up jumpers you'll ever see.
Seasting, he's checked in for the Celtics. Chicago also making some changes. Hanks checked in for Gervin. And it's Maxson in for Kyle Mason. Here is Seasting, guarded by Paxson. Goes back up. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
Relentless on the boards. McHale will outwork any opponent. You have to try to match his level of energy.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Walton's checked in for Parrish. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
One of the more unique big men in this game. Mikal is an impact player at both ends of the floor.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. And Jordan gets it to go.
Well, you want the ball in his hands. A real good offensive player.
So it's the Celtics now. Here is Seasting.
Bulls foul. John Paxson.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Team foul.
And he makes the first.
A reliable role player for this team. Seasting understands how to facilitate this offense and involve his teammates.
So he gets them both. Here's Paxson. Here's Jordan. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. Celtics out in front. They lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round 1 matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics.
Nah, that shit is a bitch-ass photo. Don't send me photos of Roman Reigns. Fuck him.
Chicago trailing here.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. Corzine is out there with Oakley. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Paxson. That's Banks at the 3 spot. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right.
Really like that guy, yo. Fuck him.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, you got to love the raw tenacity Danny Ainge brings to this game. I mean, this guy works so hard to make an impact and just refuses to let other players push him around. He's a great competitor.
Now, here is Jordan. Over Ainge. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 14. Jordan's gone 6 of 13 here. That's 46% field goal percentage.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Good.
Using his tremendous strength and body control, Jordan shrugs off the contact and gets the shot to fall.
Boston trailing, and only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
That's a solid observation. Shot clock at 3. Here's McHale. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Oakley's got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Oakley. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls. And so Bird will bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
I know you fucking
by
told me.
From the line. Rebounded by Corzine. Corzine's got his 4th rebound in this one. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. Harris, he's checked in for Boston. Johnson comes in for Seaston. Gervin's checked in for the Bulls. To end the run. And the shot is long.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
And Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to.
off the release. My son kicking niggas in the knees.
Celtics trail by 8.
That shit, that fadeaway would never be
And
allowed
now,
in
the
today's
first
game.
time
This
out
nigga
called
Mike
here for
kicking
Boston.
shit, nigga, no
We've seen
fadeaway.
Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Good time for a huddle. Gives them a chance to strategize and figure out how to stop giving him shots.
George Iceman Gervin, John Paxson. Mike ain't shit. Cause you was losing with these guys. These niggas ain't whack. I'm thinking about it right now. Like, these niggas ain't whack. Why you ain't doing nothing with these niggas? I tell you, I can't tell you my excuse because it was a personal excuse, but I wasn't online.
On defense, the Bulls.
I wasn't online for 2 nights in a row.
Pass to
Actually.
Johnson.
Tonight's the first night in 2 days that I got in.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
You want my excuse? You got my boss, bro.
And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, McHale setting the pick for Bird. 6 on the shot clock, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season, a dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
Now here's Jordan. 22 points for him. Feeds away. Good work there as it goes. Jordan's got the lead back up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Another night, another electric performance by Mike. Where does it end?
And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing.
Like Mike.
The Celtics can
When
make
I'm on
the
the court,
most out of a home court advantage.
Charles
Hard to
Oakley,
see
bro.
anybody
You
taking
John
many
Paxson.
games here.
Give me the
And here are
fucking
the
ball.
Bulls now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. From
See the
15
move,
feet
Kenyon?
away.
You see the fucking move? No, I could not. Monday I was very busy, bro.
For Chicago.
Very
Tell you
busy.
what, the Bulls have
You
really
have
done
busy
a
days?
terrific job not giving
You
the
have busy
Celtics
days, right,
crowd
Kenyon?
a reason to get into it at
If
all.
not, you fucking
And as we
lying.
expected, Mike Fratello, this Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
3 future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. Celtics trail by 10. Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions
Monday was very
to
busy.
bolster
Very,
their
very busy.
rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing with San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. That's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, DA. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well
You
said.
know what I did?
Mike, the Celtics
No, you
still
don't.
looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more double teams and triple
Nobody
teams
know
at the
what I
rate
did,
he's
man.
scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight.
And he makes that one. Bird's got 4 points this quarter.
So good at using his height to scan the floor. Parrish capable of finding open teammates this way.
Jordan down low. Ainge covering.
I don't think there was any question
One
about that
thing
being
I
a
would tell
foul.
you,
Yeah, there's no
I hate
debate
that
here.
nigga. It's the wrong game. I hate the fucking Lakers.
These
So
are
if you
his
want to
3rd
troll
and
me,
4th free throw attempts of the game.
talk shit about that.
What separates Jordan from others, in my mind, is his singular
those.
focus. Nothing comes between him and the ultimate goal of winning the game.
Talk about how nice the Lakers
Here
are.
is C. Sting.
I took the rest of the page.
Three-pointer, Bird, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. It's called the City of Champions. The third quarter set to get underway here at the Garden. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston.
Hey, I know you called me. I'm gonna block you, blood. That's my business page. You call it my business page.
Chicago leading by 10.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Team foul.
And so Bird will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And now let's go to DA.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot. And Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants. And he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. He's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
They've got Ainge.
I just blocked
Parrish is out
somebody real
there
quick.
with Kevin McHale, and it's Bird, and it's Johnson in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
The best defensive guard in the league. Dennis Johnson makes his opponents work for anything they get.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. And the Celtics core club won in 1984 and returned to the finals again last season.
And I think for this Celtics team, anything short of a title, Kevin, is a bust. I mean, they know they're the team to beat, and they carry themselves that way. One of the most talented teams we've probably ever seen in the league.
I agree.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Now, here is Ainge. Bird right side. Back to Ainge. The Celtics working the ball around now. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McHale. It's hauled in by Oakley. Oakley's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic I know impresses you so much. Now, here is Ainge. Following the miss by Michael Jordan.
Whoa.
Oh, yes, the turnaround.
I did win.
Jordan's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan, Mike, in the final 5 games of the season. An unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach, but I know you appreciate that game so much. For Chicago, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. They throw good. Jordan. Celtics making a switch here. Redmond's checked in. And both free throws good for Jordan.
You know what I mean?
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
Here's McHale. That one, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Jordan against Parrish. Fades and shoots. A shot by Jordan, no good. Mike, a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
And the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. The offensive rebound. Now Ainge. Johnson kicks to Ainge. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Over to the left wing. Redmond. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Like the way this game has gone, the Celtics cannot slow down Michael Jordan.
Well, they've tried some different looks in the first half, but nothing seems to be the answer for Jordan.
You're right. Scooped up. Outside for Jordan. Drills the three-pointer. Jordan's got 39.
Give credit to MJ,
Mike, go for
sinking that corner three.
And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike, Bird can't even keep up with him.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
Mike, good
I
fucking
bet Bird
block,
is
Mike.
impressed too. And Jordan sends it back. 1:27 left to play in the third. Down low. And Jordan throws it down.
Clever pass by Macy. He spots a guy ready to score and makes sure he gets the ball.
Celtics trail by 19. Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best.
Mike out here
Right
playing
now,
like a goat.
that's a question mark.
A big question mark. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walton comes in for McHale, and it's Easting in for Danny Ainge. .115 left in the third. Here is Easting. Pass to Wedman. Out to the wing. Here is Easting. Just 5 to shoot. Can they get it? The rebound by Jordan. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure.
You know, I just can't get my head around this decision at this point. I mean, you got to keep the clock going right now.
Not sure what he was thinking there. I'm sure this will be something Coach will highlight during the next film session.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject your approach.
Now, here's Johnson. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. Pulls up, high post.
Just phenomenal defense from MJ. Staying active and alert, making an impact on this end.
And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here.
I ain't say that, Kenyon. I'm actually trying to fix it.
Chicago calls timeout.
For the Bulls.
Why you want to run my comments up?
A shortened press release of their decision to block this merger, and let me just place this on. Microsoft
Here's Chicago. They've picked up 11 straight.
Check John.
Paxson passes to Jordan.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right?
Third team foul. Larry Bird.
They get Larry back in there. We don't care.
7 seconds left in the third. Just on
Okay,
the
oh
clock.
yeah, I appreciate that. That
And so
engagement.
it's Michael Jordan making things
That's what you're
happen
supposed
for
to
the
do. If you ain't
Chicago
here, you're
Bulls.
not commenting,
This
you're not
has been a
engaging.
remarkable
You know,
game for
you're
him
not growing your
offensively.
page. You gotta grow your
Anytime
page.
get
You
over
gotta
the 40
engage.
point
That's the only
mark,
way you
it's
can grow
been
your
a
page. You feel me? Is if you engage. So if you ain't here, what's up?
Final quarter of play
What's
starting
good?
in this
Say
game
what up.
2
Say what's
matchup
good.
between Chicago and Boston.
That's gonna leave me hanging, or y'all gonna say what's good back. Gotta be goated.
Celtics trail by
Goat
19.
yourself.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in game 1.
On the court for Chicago to start the fourth.
Mike, how much you
Michael
got,
Jordan is out there with Paxson. Then it's Green. Then it's Corzine. And it's Banks at the 3.
The floor general leadership of Johnson, outstanding at realizing when a teammate is open.
Chicago leading by 17. And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
And this demonstrates his strong work ethic. His teammates appreciate how hard he goes on the offensive glass.
And 3 from Jordan. They get it again. Green kicks to Jordan. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Green in the post. Johnson's there. And here's Jordan outside. And that's collected by Bill Walton.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break.
Bird can't hit.
He's out there just forcing it. Terrible mindset to have with the way he shot so far.
Paxson outside. 13 feet away. Jordan with the bucket.
Easy, Mike. Easy work.
Jordan's got 43 points. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet, always doing the little things.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers, a great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Star.
Terrific fit.
Incredible effort on the glass.
How about that? He gets the rebound and then the 2 points. Good for him.
And plays like that, they can rally your team.
Jordan looking it over. Green breaking
Come on.
loose and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Bill Walton.
Oh, that's right.
Free throw good, Jordan. Danny Ainge is checked in for Seaston. Irvin's checked in for Chicago. Macy comes in for Paxson. Now, here is Bird.
I would be ecstatic. I would be
We're in the
ecstatic,
fourth
but I
quarter
know that
here,
it
just
wouldn't
under
last
2.5
long.
minutes gone. Here's Walton trying to get open his Bird with the second effort, and McHale finishes inside.
Yeah, you know, the way McHale is built, long arms,
You know me so well.
coat hangers, shoulders,
That's so
chest
true.
sticking out. I mean, it's very hard, difficult, almost impossible for any defender to bother his shot.
Mike, stop playing
Jordan
with
had 49 in game one and creeping up on that here.
I'm not so sure he needed it, but the fadeaway does make the shot even sweeter.
Bird kicks to Ainge. Back to Bird. Ainge with the ball. The pass to McHale.
No, he not.
Gervin pulls it in. And
Wow.
so it's Gervin with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A gigantic guy. I love when Walton uses
That
his
would make
size
me
to
so
attract
fucking
attention
happy,
inside.
though. Take that shit from me. Give it to somebody new. He
And
should
that
have did
one
that shit
misses.
at WrestleMania, but, you know, bitches and bitch shit.
He hits the second from the line. The Bulls leading by 16. Jordan outside. Over Johnson. Kicks it out to Jordan. And another turnover here by Chicago. Robert Parrish is checked in for Boston. The Bulls making a change here as well. Charles Oakley, he's checked in for Green. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Ainge up top, defended by Macy. Bird left side, shot on the wing, and that's off the glass and in.
Look at Bird, showing off the catch and shoot ability.
And here is Jordan. Right wing. Lets it go with the three. Rebound Boston. Parrish has got 9 rebounds now
And he
tonight.
got them both still. I would
Johnson
assume.
against Jordan.
Yeah, fucking weird.
Now here is Ainge. Not a lot of room. The dish to Johnson. Lock at 6.
Oh my
It's
God.
Parrish finishing it off.
Inexcusable letting Parrish get this kind of position in your field of defense. You deserve to get dunked on.
The Bulls leading by 12. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And it's slammed in by
Yeah,
McHale.
they hit that.
Run the floor, and that's what you get. You get rewarded with easy buckets.
Great to push the pace and see what happens.
Chicago calls timeout. They're up by 10. 1:30 left in the fourth. Outside Jordan. Michael Jordan has tied his total from game one. 49 points for him now. Wow. And another great look at the 2K drive.
The energy and focus on display. Saw an opportunity to get inside, and they continue to build this lead.
Ainge kicks to Johnson. Pass to Parrish. And it's
He's
Parrish
killing him.
finishing it off.
This is why coaches preach ball movement. It keeps everyone engaged.
Pass to Macy. Back to Jordan. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Ainge, the pass to Johnson. On the wing, Bird. Covered by Gervin from the baseline. Here's Parrish.
Oh
It's
my
Parrish.
God.
Down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
The devastating throwdown by Parrish. Man, does he know how to pack a punch.
So they cheating then.
On the wing,
He
Jordan.
don't fight.
From
That's
beyond
all
the
you had to
arc.
say.
Good on the
He don't
three-point
fight.
shot.
Mike,
Jordan's got
fucking
52
shot.
points.
And although there's still time left on the clock, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree. It would take an absolute miracle for the opposition to mount a comeback.
6 seconds separating the
Yeah,
shot
that
and
was
game
watching
clocks.
it this morning.
Bird outside.
I already know.
There's a screen by McHale.
Happy, boy. It's definitely fresh.
Shoots from the high post.
Yo,
Offensive rebound. Misses from short range. Jordan way outside. Offline. And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have come into Boston and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
And with the series tied at 1-1,
I don't fight that.
the
I'm
next
scary.
two games in
I don't fight because they got to
Chicago,
fix their
the
servers.
Bulls now have a
To be
real
honest
look
with
at
you,
pulling
I would
off a
love to play
miracle.
WWE,
Well,
but
Clark,
every
the
time
Celtic
I turn
fans
it
have to
on,
be feeling
the
a little
servers
bit
are
nervous
bad
after
and we
losing
can't
this
get a match
game.
and it kicks me out the match and it makes me fight the computer. I check the community pretty much almost every day waiting for them to say that they updated the servers. Their servers are ass, Kenyon. I mean, just because I'm gonna tomorrow I gotta open and close, so I'm not gonna be on this too late. When I play tomorrow, what I will do is I'll play the career mode. The John Cena shit.
The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. So you had a poor defensive scheme. He was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game.
Big news by
Some of
Triple H
his
for Monday.
acrobatic drives to the hoop
See what the
are
hell
just
he talking
remarkable.
about.
You know, you could get past the
Didn't he
defense
emerge
and
like with UFC?
use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently.
I don't know what's going on Twitch, Keanu. I was trying to check that shit out too.
Michael had
It's mad
figured
late. I
out
don't feel like
all the things he
fixing my
needs,
screen.
you know, to be a dominant player.
I was definitely on Twitch.
Everything.
See that too. Let me go
One-on-one,
see what the
couldn't
hell
guard
is
him.
going on with Twitch.
What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world
Yeah,
championships.
this is weird.
Without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader
Get off of
that
Twitch, I guess.
would lead you all the way to the top. All the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
See, this is fucking Streamlabs. What are y'all doing? I knew something was going on with Streamlabs. I started watching my stream. See, it doesn't even tell me that I'm streaming on Twitch when I go to my actual Twitch page. Yeah, I have to put something with my page on Twitch. I'm on Facebook right now, Keanu. We ain't even rocking with Twitch today. I shouldn't even upload it. I'm on Twitch and YouTube today. I mean, it's Facebook and YouTube.
And on a chilly February night, the city of Chicago hot with anticipation.
Which I didn't even
for
know I was
tonight's
up,
marquee
man. I
game.
gotta take that down.
Now
I'm
let's
gonna
go over
figure out how
to
take
tonight's
that down.
public address announcer, Tommy Edwards.
I know. I was gonna say that the draft is this Friday. That should be interesting.
At forward, making his 7th All-Star appearance, the standout veteran of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. Making his All-Star debut, the front court star of the Utah Jazz, the mailman, 6'9", Karl Malone. The man in the middle, an all-star each. And now, the starting look at forward, a 3-time most valuable player, an all-star.
Welcome everyone to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. By my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the second time Chicago has hosted this mid-season classic.
Yeah, you go back
Hell
to
no.
1973, that's when they hosted their first
I'm
one.
following him.
The East won at 104 to 84 back then. That was the lowest combined score in an All-Star game, Kevin, since the 1950s.
We'll see if then tonight, Clark, they can surpass that total.
I would think they could. No shortage of scores on either side. I expect an up-tempo, fast-paced game, an exciting game with plenty of highlights and buckets.
Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Matt Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards. Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots. And in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird, the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
Malone kicks to Jordan. Over Johnson. They get the rebound.
Mike.
Johnson against Jordan. It's another look. Trying to get open as Bird.
Tell you what, the long arms and great wingspan of Johnson, well used and suited for the shot tonight.
English misses. Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job.
Of course, he's going to be number one in the draft pick.
Certainly, he's left it in
Don't take him number one. You're an idiot.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. And plenty of subplots to this game. For more, let's send it over to David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, this story has never gone away over the years, guys. Isaiah Thomas is, of course, a native Chicagoan, but you'll still hear some boos today from Bulls fans. That's because at that All-Star game a couple of years ago, people questioned whether Isaiah froze out Michael Jordan. Some people still believe it. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, that story has not gone away. Thank you, David. For what it's worth, Clark, Isaiah Thomas denies there was a freeze-out, and Jordan himself says, I never said it, so what do you think?
But the reality is, we probably never will know the full story.
And Michael Jordan went in the dunk contest yesterday, Clark. Can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37
I know, a lot of
points
people cheat.
per game,
He ain't the only hill.
He's kept close to that pace this season.
He's the only hill that had the fucking belt for 1,000 days,
Amazing and remarkable, right? Wow. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts. But you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed, they do. Here's English.
You gonna follow Roman Reigns.
At the top of the key, Malone.
That's what you do. You follow bitch asses.
Johnson outside. Passes it to English. Some nice passing here by the West. Clock is at 3. Lever dishes to Olajuwon. The West again cannot hit.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Bad shot.
Boy, they dodged one right there, didn't they?
The West trails by 8. They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down.
I don't like the position that he's in. That's it. Let me rephrase that.
Snubbed a year ago, now a first-time All-Star, well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles, one of the original stat sheet stuffers, averaging 9 rebounds a game as well. Best by
Stop being a pumpkin fight. No, you want me to fight online to get my ass whipped?
Here is Jordan.
Bad, so
he's got 10.
That's not happening.
Shoots over Lever.
Mike, good shot.
Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 12. Larkin amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, chalk up 2 there. 14 points for him. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
The Tennessee Volunteers should be here.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Akeem Olajuwon.
Oh my God, Mike, don't do shit like that to him.
And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a throw. He and Dominique put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-up to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like him.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Jordy comes in for Ewing, and it's Rivers in for Thomas. The West also making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Elijah. Worthy comes in for English, and it's Drexler in for Lever.
You know, the alley-oop is a two-part play, folks. It takes a great pass, but it's much easier to execute the pass when you're throwing it to Clyde Drexler. The glide, getting up and down.
And so it's the East All-Star in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star Game.
Here's Jordan. That one a little long. The West trails by 8. We've got Rivers, Bird out there with Jordan. Then there's Dominique Wilkins, and it's Jordan in at the 2. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. And it's Dominique Wilkins with the foul. That's his first foul. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Star.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
And I'm about to find out everything about John Cena when I play that John Cena mode in WWE.
Six to shoot.
Ongoing feud that he had with The Rock. You don't have me on Rock.
A fadeaway, and the shot is good. Jordan's got 20 points. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you gotta love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. Johnson finds Malone. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Johnson, good.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And some changes here for the East. Malone comes in for Brad Daugherty. And Patrick Ewing is subbed in for Larry Bird. The West All-Stars also with the sub. McDaniels checked in for Worthy. And here early, Clark, the East has the end.
You look at that team on the East squad, the embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Olajuwon's checked in. Drexler passes to Malone. Some nice passing here by the West. East grabs the miss. Ewing's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jordan outside. Up top, Rivers. Jordan against Drexler. Jordan's shot is off. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Olajuwon trying to break free. The grace of Hakeem Olajuwon. Something special to see. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. Wilkins finds Jordan. Over Drexler. Here's Malone. Drexler against Jordan. Now the dish to Ewing. And there's the pass to Jordan. Over Drexler. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And you know, so far, I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it. Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Rivers checked in for the West. The East leading by 4. Jordan right side. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Let him beat the game.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jordan's got 4 this quarter. And Clark, so much talent for each side, but they got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win?
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Olajuwon. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense here from Malone. Here's Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Cedric Johnson picks one up.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Thomas checked in for Doc Rivers.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those. And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. And Jordan gets it to go.
He is certainly a dominant player. Michael Jordan, when he's in the zone, unstoppable.
1:19 left now here in the second. The West trails by 8. Johnson surveying the floor. Ewing against Malone. Malone, a screen on Jordan. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Johnson's shot is off. The East leading by 8. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, how about that time from Patrick Ewing? Very impressive passes like this speak to his unselfishness.
McHale's checked in for Ewing. The West also making some changes. Donaldson, he's checked in for Elijah. And Aguirre subbed in for McDaniel.
He be scaring the shit out of people. I ain't gonna lie.
Johnson outside. Here's Malone. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Brad Gordon is checked in for the East. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the West. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Puts it up from 12, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch. Jordan against Aguirre. The kick out to Ainge. Pass to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it up. Offensive rebound.
This is the 4th All-Star game for the Celtics, Kevin McHale. Kids at home will want to learn how to score in the post. Just put the isolated camera on Kevin McHale, please. Moves on moves on top of moves in the paint.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the East. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. Back to the action in just a minute. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th.
You want to be Superman punch me? I hope Superman actually punches you. How's that?
And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
On the wing, Jordan, defended by Lever. Another shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the players in tonight's All-Star Game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Harry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
And so he hits both. And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. English is out there with Malone. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Lever in at the 2 spot. Jordan kicks to Wilkins.
Mike.
Clock at 6.
Do that to you.
With the fadeaway. No good from Jordan. The West trails by 12. Lever with it. Picked up by Malone. Inside, English. And English with the stuff.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Boy, giving up the body to make a play right there, that's really good defense.
Johnson up top.
That's because he was feeling himself and he knew nobody could fuck with him.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now. 2nd in All-Star votes this year. And he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser. And I understand it's quite an event. And, you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
Playing like shit right now at the end.
English with the stuff.
Boy, that was a nasty throwdown right there. This is exactly why you can't give English the position he wants.
Jordan looking around. Good D by Olajuwon. And you think about adjusting, Clark, how about the All-Star reserves? Guys that start normally are the stars of their team. How off the bench on a team of stars?
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this. That sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right. And for a report on the center position, we take you over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, one of the big stories this weekend is the matchup of Moses Malone and Akeem Olajuwon. Of course, Moses helped Akeem a lot when he was starting in the game. He worked with him down in Houston in the summertime on low post moves and how to really rebound the basketball. Now we see the torch being passed from one of the all-time greats to a future all-time great. Kevin, back to you.
That's a good story, D.A. And there is that handoff, which is so historic to watch. Akeem Olajuwon, by the way, Clark, got the third most All-Star votes this year.
Which indicates how much the fans are beginning to recognize and appreciate his excellence. There's a reason that Olajuwon was drafted ahead of Michael Jordan. He's got a lot of game and clearly on his way to being one of the all-time greats. And in this day and age, you've got to have a dominant center to be able to compete for championships.
He is indeed a very special player. You're right.
You know, there's been talk about adding a third referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it. And they plan to put it before the board of governors at the next meeting. You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Lever dishes to Olajuwon. Back to Lever. 6 on the shot clock. Malone sets the pick for Lever. Poke loose, stolen by Rivers. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Lever. Jordan's shot is off. And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more.
51 and Roman Reigns 38.
I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with the third official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past, maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
Throws it up high, and English with the stuff.
Way to set up the alley-oop.
Oh, the catch and flush. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Jordan. Over Drexler. Jordan's shot is off. The West trails by 4. Lever outside. Passes to Drexler. Here's Malone. Here's Olajuwon. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
Great size and scoring ability. Hakeem, a tough assignment defensively. Drawing
no, I'm not older than Roman Reigns. Me and Roman Reigns is actually the same age.
Going with right now. Brad Daugherty. He's checked in for Malone. McHale comes in for Larry Bird. And Ainge is subbed in
so
for
next time
Dominique
you call
Wilkins.
me an old man, call your boy
the West
Roman Reigns.
All-Stars also changing it up. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Karl Malone. And Aguirre subbed in for English. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for the West. They trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Olajuwon. Nice move. That ball. Great assist by Lever. Lever's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, I tell you what, you can't let Olajuwon get this kind of positioning. I mean, he is a master at knowing how to score close inside. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass. Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers. Boy, giving up the body to make a play right there, that's really good defense.
Worthy's checked in for Olajuwon.
I mean, your favorite wrestler.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Jordan outside. The West All-Stars pull it in.
Hey, the smart play here is to hold for the last shot.
Rivers against Aguirre. Here's Drexler. They grab their own miss. Abdul-Jabbar misses.
Boy, that's a look he has to.
I'm older than you. Because you're a youth. You're a young boy. Come on down. You're a young one.
He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere.
Don't overstand me. I need you to understand
to Chicago
me.
For the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
McHale is out there with Ainge. Then there's Doherty. Then there's Thomas. And it's Jordan in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Tries again. West All-Stars with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit.
I'm waiting for the Nets on my
Now
son Mike to get their rebound, but
and
he's
3
stunning,
games
dude.
behind Atlanta. Those teams are breaked up pretty good.
Outside, Jordan. Outside, Thomas. A 3-ball. Drills it from outside. And the East leads by 2. Down the stretch here, the East, Clark, out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch. Entertaining from both sides.
Woo, it sure has been. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar sets the pick for Johnson. Shoots over Doherty, and it's off the back rim.
Doherty,
No
that
good.
my son Mike get
That's
the
a rare
rebound.
miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Here's Jordan. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Worthy. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Jordan.
Wow.
It'll be the West All-Stars ball. Ewing's check in for the East. Bird comes in for McHale. The West All-Stars also at the sub.
I'll challenge
Donaldson's
Roman
checked
Reigns in WWE 2K. Although I prefer to play with him
And
because he's
Kareem will need
overall.
to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting him touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there. And Kareem at 40, still handling his business, getting it done. 15 points a game on 54% shooting from the field. For a 40-year-old, that is excellent production from the center position.
Jordan against Lever. Shot, high post. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 41.
An effective score from the in-between area of the court. Jordan doing his thing.
Lever inside. Thomas covering. Here's Johnson. Donaldson the pass to Johnson.
Yeah.
Lever kicks to Johnson. Some nice passing here by the West. Donaldson. Magic Johnson
Makes
delivers
sense.
passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow. And the 7-2 center from the Mavericks, James Donaldson.
You know, I think he's the only lefty in this game. Larry Bird and Danny Ainge right left-handed, but they shoot it with their right hand.
You and I have talked about this before, but defending a lefty is different than defending clearly a right-handed shooter.
Throws you off just a little bit, Kevin.
Johnson, the pass to Donaldson. Lever taking his time here. That gives them the lead. Lever's got the lead up to 2 now for the West All-Stars.
In the clutch and against the bigger defender, that's a really good play.
Jordan is doubled. Outside Thomas, 5 to shoot. A fader. Offensive rebound. And they double up Jordan. In the corner, it's Bird. It's up a 3. No good. And the West will go the other way now.
No.
And the foul called on Michael
I
Jordan.
did not mean to foul my
That's
son
it.
Mike
He's
just
fouled
now.
out of the game.
Damn.
Make some major adjustments to compensate for him
Fuck,
fouling
I foul out with
the
Michael
game
Jordan
on the
and a
line.
Michael Jordan
Timeout call
challenge.
here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They lead by 2. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter.
Damn it.
And the East with some changes. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Ewing. And it's Wilkins in for Jordan. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Olajuwon's checked in for Donaldson. Malone comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's English in for Worthy. Here's Olajuwon. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Bird inside. Malone on him.
What's my son Larry Legend?
Bird's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars.
Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game. Trying to fill it up tonight as well.
Lever a screen on Thomas. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Bird with the rebound. Big possession. They have a chance to take the lead.
I'm curious to see what they run here.
Back to Ainge. Outside Thomas. Always
The
going
big
out
fella.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks. No question about that. And he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
To the inside. Good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
No
You want me to
pressure at
throw
all.
back?
He's not feeling it. Unfazed. Completely
I gotta be in
unfazed.
a slow mood, man.
Johnson against Thomas.
Naturally, I'm nice, man. I told you that. Oh my God!
Money.
Boy, I tell you what, Wilkins is athletic
Nasty.
and cut up. Just bouncing off the contact and scoring with that weight room strength.
Timeout call here by the East. They're going to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, with the time
Good
remaining, I
defense.
think they've got to be looking for a quick
Don't
shot.
run with me.
Thomas passes to Wilkins. Yes!
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're behind by 4.
Back in the game.
34 seconds left in the game. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
And here are the East All-Stars now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Known as being a top-tier rebounder, Malone is a commanding presence on both ends. And a very valuable part of this team.
Yeah, women rain punch the shit out of me right
come
here.
through at the line there because
Foul.
they want to expand that lead.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Johnson. Olajuwon trying to break
Oh my
free.
God, now they're
Great
gonna foul.
positioning on the putback.
And you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11. They want to extend this game. That's why they did what they did there.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Yes, he hit it right in the nose, though. He decked the shit out of
And he
me.
hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Hell no. I know you don't got to
Here's
work
West
tomorrow
now.
like me.
You know, every second is
gotta
crucial at
open
this
and
point.
close
They need a
tomorrow.
quick bucket for sure.
And here's Johnson outside, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
All-Stars ball.
11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. It's the first that makes it a 7-point lead.
Vacation?
You know, Thomas plays the game with such
Lucky.
an edge and attitude and great confidence, and I think that gives him an edge
I
out
wish.
there on the court. He's always willing to go the extra mile.
I
Get the
needed
shot.
too much at work to take the big
No good with the wing jumper.
I wish.
And the Eastern All-Stars deliver. The favorites coming in, but they did not disappoint.
Yeah, you look at that team on paper and you saw they were the stronger team and should have been favored,
where I
but you
will
still
be
got to go out
playing
and prove
Star
it. And they
Wars
did exactly
Jedi
that.
Survivor.
So much scoring in that lineup for the East. My goodness, look at those names. That's always going to be tough to
Oh,
stop.
damn, yeah, you lucky.
And you factor in the raucous crowd cheering on Michael Jordan, Kevin. No wonder they found that extra gear they needed
But
when it
I'll
was time to
definitely
get
be
it done.
on, I
That's
say,
a good point.
tomorrow.
This is Kevin
I
Harlan
get off
saying
at
thanks
10,
for
so
watching.
I
We'll
won't
see
be
you
on
later.
until about 11:30. Oh yeah, you lucky, man. Lucky. But Ken, I gotta get to bed, man, so I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow. Gotta take care of some shit. You have a good one, man. You be easy, be safe. Take it easy, man. Have a good one. GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat. Tomorrow I'll be right back.